Shelby American have completely lost their minds. In this video, we're taking a look at the new 2026 Mustang Shelby GT350 TA. If you thought the Mustang Dark Horse was crazy, a letdown, wait till you get a load of this. Now, this new Mustang is starting at a very modest, affordable $219,000, pretty much $220,000. Absolutely insane. Now, here's the best part about this. The Shelby package, they have all this listed, which is insane, is $164,000. The Shelby package, I'm telling you guys this right now, is going to be more expensive than the Mustang Dark Horse SC. The program spec 2026 Mustang. So they're essentially taking a base 2026 Mustang GT and they're retrofitting it with the Shelby package. And the best part about it is this is going to be built on a 401A 2026 Mustang GT manual fastback. So you're going to be spending at minimum $220,000 for an MT82 Mustang GT. Just think about that for a second. $220,000 for an MT82 Mustang GT. Not a 5.2 with the DCT, an MT82 Mustang GT with a Coyote 5.0. Okay. Now, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something, a part of this Shelby GT350 TA that I'm just not picking up right now for this ridiculous price tag. Let's take a look at the performance equipment. Matter of fact, let's take a look at everything so we can fully understand what we're getting with this car. We're getting the Shelby 830 horsepower supercharger package, which is essentially the Ford Performance Whipple. It's coming with the Shelby Performance engine calibration, which I'm not 100% sure if it is going to be the Ford Performance tune, but maybe it's a little bit spiced up or different for this specific Shelby package. Shelby Extreme engine cooling package, high flow quad outlet rear exhaust with black tips, extreme duty performance hash shafts. You're going to get a short throw shifter, hardened extended length wheel studs, front strut, Trans Am spec coilover with Torrington bearing, fully adjustable and remote reservoir. That's pretty cool. Rear shock absorber, Trans Am spec fully adjustable and remote reservoir, chassis stiffening, jacking rails, rear subframe stiffening, adjustable toe links and billet aluminum vertical links, sway bar, front adjustable end links, full floating Trans Am spec, sway bar, rear adjustable end links, full floating Trans Am spec, rear differential Trans Am spec limited slip through track and remote pump and heat exchanger. That's actually nice for the rear diff, I'm not gonna lie. Wheels, it's gonna have some Forge Lines VX1S racing wheels with gloss black finish and Pirelli P0 performance tires, Pro System Alcon Trans Am Cup brake package, as well as easy access front tie downs. So essentially where you can go ahead and, strap the car to a trailer or if you have to get it pulled off of a track. Let me know what you guys think about the equipment, the performance equipment that's coming with this new 2026 Shelby GT350 TA. Now let's take a look at the exterior features. We're getting an aluminum vented hood with carbon fiber air extraction, mesh grills, painted Shelby graphic over carbon hood, Shelby Performance front fascia with mesh grille, the TA door graphic, the Shelby Racing Team quarter panel graphic, Trans Am 60th and GT350 TA painted rear deck panel, a carbon fiber radiator engine closeout, as well as carbon fiber exterior mirror covers. I'm actually going to pull up the pictures of everything so you guys can see what we're talking about as well. For the interior features, we are getting carbon fiber instrument panel trim, carbon fiber door panel trim, leather wrap console with carbon fiber console shifter surround, Shelby Performance leather seats with Shelby embroidery, carbon fiber shifter handle, the TA badging, Shelby serialized dash panel, Shelby floor mats, Shelby door sills, as well as the 4130 chromoly TIG welded 4-point cage. This is actually coming with a 4-point cage, which actually is nice. Not bad at all. I wonder why Ford doesn't give the Dark Horse SC a cage. Maybe because it's not necessarily like, well, it technically is track ready. I guess it's just to fit the vibe. Shelby, you know, track ready. It's not necessarily a Shelby, but it's replacing the Shelby GT500. I kind of just answered that question myself. And for the aero package, we are getting carbon fiber lower fascia splitter, carbon fiber right and left hand dive panels, or planes, excuse me, a carbon fiber upper and lower grille inserts, carbon fiber fender ducting with mesh grills, carbon fiber rockers and vertical stabilizer, carbon fiber Trans Am approved rear ring, which is also adjustable, carbon fiber ducktail spoiler, a carbon fiber duck lid vanity panel with painted Trans Am 60th and TA logos, and you're also going to be getting a Shelby carbon fiber rear diffuser with integrated diff cooler, which honestly is pretty cool. This is like what the car is going to look like. Obviously, you can get it in multiple different colors, but in all reality, the look isn't bad, but the price is absolutely crazy. Here's some of the other colors you can get as well. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of the TA. So we have some more images of essentially what this car is going to entail. It's a beefed up 2026 Shelby GT350 with Trans Am tuning, fair to say. So it is a Coyote with a Whipple on it. I know the comments are going crazy. We are also getting another image of the rear. This wing is insane. You can see the ducktail back here as well. Here's some of the upgrades, the carbon fiber, the brakes. To know what you guys think. Here is the interior. I do like this. We kind of have like a carbon fiber like tub, per to say. Not bad. Carbon fiber around the center console where the air conditioning is. And we are also going to have some more images here. So let me know what you guys think. The brake upgrades, the Alcone brake upgrade. You guys can see what it looks like. It is a Whipple on a 5.0. But they have the Shelby Performance badging on it, which honestly is a nice touch. Imagine if they just left it like Whipple or Ford Performance. That would be bad. I'm not going to lie. But you have the serialized Shelby GT350 TA. More images of the Whipple on here. The decal, which honestly, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of tacky. That's just me though, maybe because I'm boring. I feel like the decal is kind of tacky in my personal opinion. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of the 2026 Shelby GT350 TA. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to really rationalize why, you know, this is $220,000+ because why would you buy this over the Dark Horse SC? That's what I don't understand. Because we all know the Dark Horse SC is going to have the 5.2 and the DCT. Yes, this is a manual, but it's an MT82 car. This doesn't make any sense. A DCT, you take that any day over an MT82, especially if we're talking about pure performance, because that's what these cars are built for. That's why the price is so high. In my personal opinion, it would have been cooler if they gave us like the 5.0 Illuminator, the Gen 4 Illuminator with a T56 Magnum swap. That would have been cool. Obviously, it would not have necessarily justified the price, but at least there'd be something to grasp onto to just rationalize the price. That's just kind of like what I'm trying to think right now, because it's like, why would you buy this over the Dark Horse SC? Like, you'd only get it for the name, but you'd still be getting less performance. So you'd be an idiot to buy it over the Dark Horse SC if you're looking for straight performance, because that's what they're gearing it to. But, you know, cars like this, they're never going to see the track. They're bought and then they're put in a storage unit with the cover on it, and then you never see it again, because this amount of horsepower with the MT82, obviously people are doing it. I'm about to do it. But it's not something that's going to last. And it's not something that, you know, you'd even bring up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever somebody says, oh, I have a boosted 5.0 with an MT82, the first people ask is, how's the transmission going? Imagine buying a Shelby and that's the first thing somebody asks you. Oh, how's the transmission? When you hear Shelby, you think Tremec. You think DCT now. You don't think MT82 with a Coyote. That's just kind of where I'm trying to rationalize. I might be hating like crazy. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, man. I think this is a massive, massive letdown. As a Shelby owner, this is a disgrace. But again, I just could be hating. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.